of all, see, it's a small request to all of you that whenever any other faculties or any other trainers or teachers are going to come, just try to give your response. Whether it's no positive, negative, it's not an issue, but try to give some response. Fine. You're not going to have been beaten and all those things here. Yes, okay. So just try to have a small response and all. Fine. Okay, fine. So I guess just tell me whether you have installed XAMPP server in your laptop or in systems. Yes or no? Revan sir, yes, yes sir, yes sir. Okay, okay, fine. Any issues while while installing your XAMPP servers and all? Is something like no, no. Okay, okay, fine, 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 fine. So it's something like how many of you have joined this meeting with laptop or any system? No, sir. Okay, okay. Can anyone just tell me how many of you have joined this meeting with PC system or any laptops? How many of you? Just write again. I'm taking my class in mobile, sir. Yes, sir, with the laptop. Okay, Revan, sir. Okay, okay, fine. So we'll have a small session at the end of the meeting. Fine. Just try to be there in that meeting only. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay. First of all, again, any query regarding yesterday's session? Is my screen visible? Yes. Okay. So this was something like a yeah. If you have any queries regarding yesterday's session, we'll again have a quick intro again all those things. First of all, as we have completed yesterday with this echo and print topic. So now we are going to move in the data types of what PHP actually uses. Find what PHP actually supports the data types and all. So it's something. These are the points you have already been given here. Variables can store of different types and different data types and can do different things as well. So what are those different data types? You can have this string, you can have integer, float, boolean that is going to return you as yes or no. Then arrays, objects that actually uses the concepts of again classes and all. Then null value, then resources. Maybe you are not aware of this word resource. We'll see what it is actually and all. Fine. Then after you comes as your PHP string. So what it is? It's a we can see string is something you can call it as a text which contains a sequence of characters. You can use any single or double quotes. Fine, but one thing you have to make sure that all strings should be in a single and a double quote. Fine, it should not be like opening with a single and ending with a double, or opening with a double or ending with a single. It's not going to happen. It's something like you have to start and end with the same thing. Yes, you can use both of them, whether you can use single and double, it's up to your choice. Fine, it's just a sequence of character. You can see here, this is a small example. We have taken what we have done. We have created a PHP file. Then we have taken two variables, that is $x and $y. What we have done here, we have taken double quotation, while here we have taken single quotation. Fine. And then we just print those variables echo $x, and then this br is something like a break. That means hello world should be written in the first line, and this hello world is going to be written in the second line. That's what actually this br means, break. So what we have done, we have taken two strings, one of double quotation and one of single quotation, and then we just printed those values. I'll upload this PPT in the evening of your Google Classroom. Then you can have these all those like whatever the examples you got, you can have those examples and you can start running those examples in your XAMPP server. Fine, this was an example regarding that. Then this is an integer. It's a range pair of the integer. Fine, non-decimal number between this is -2 falana 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 and 2 up to this. Then these are the rules that an integer is something you all know basically about all these things. What is an integer and all? Must not have a decimal point. Yes, you know this. An integer can be of either these things, can be specified in decimal, hexadecimal, and all those things. What is this var dump actually does? Var dump actually, this function actually shows which data type you have used. Like in case if you have used $x equal to -2, and if you perform a var dump function on that $x, it is going to return as data type as integer. If you use $x equal to hello world in a string format, it is going to return you a string object, something like that. In similar fashion, this var dump actually works. Fine. You can see here, like I have an example. We have $x is equal to an example of an integer, and then you have done var variable dump $x. You have just passed the $x value in that, and then it prints out the value. Similar fashion for float, that means you can have a decimal point. Then again, what dump you have used here $x, then you can got is 10.365. Simple fashion. Then you got PHP boolean. It actually represents the two possible states, whether it can be of true or it can be of false. Fine, like you have seen as $x equal to true, $y false, or often using conditional testing. Now when this actual conditional testing actually replies working on, so when you got any functional activities, when you don't know the output, whether this is going to be the output or not, at that time you are basically uses the conditional testing, that what if this happens and what if this happens. For that particular case, we are going to use boolean. Then after, here comes as your arrays. I guess many of you have an idea regarding arrays. What are arrays? It's something like storing multiple values in just one single variable. Fine. Storing multiple values, you can have in number of values here. This is the syntax of your array. What you have done, simply created a variable that is $cars, and then what you have done, you have to have an array, and array, in that array, in the parenthesis, you have passed out your values. Instead of your the string values, you can pass the values of integers, floats, and anything you can pass in there. Now what this will show, it will just show you the array, how whether this is an where dump will show whether which type of data type it is. Fine. This is a simple example of array variable, that how array is declared. And arrays are basically declared of two types too. The other type we'll discuss later on. This is just a basic idea that how arrays are actually declared. The array with array function, in that parenthesis you have to pass n number of datas by your own, but make sure every time if you are going to pass the strings, you have to be in double quotation. Now, what are the PHP objects? The PHP object, this is the something the world actually relies on. That's the class and the objects. The two most main objects of OOPS concept that are called as the object-oriented programming. Fine, we can see a class is a template for objects, and an object is an instance of a class. When you have to run few different functions on one particular class, then we are going to use an object. That means you can have more than one object for one particular class. Fine, you have created a class like a car something, then you have run in number of objects in that. One is showing something regarding your size of the car, price of the car, something in the name of the car. All three different are the objects. Now what's the main usage of these objects? That's what actually it is, that if you have one class and you have to run that program for multiple times for different particular item sets, then you are going to use an objects. When the individual objects are created, they actually inherit all the properties and behaviors from the class, but each object will have different values for the properties. That's what I actually told, that object have different values, different parameters, different parentheses, and all those things. The main usage of these things are to just behave, to use the usage of the class will be maximum. Fine. You can see here an example. We have a class name as car, then we have a car have some properties like model and color. Now you have these properties, that means what they are going to be your variables. Fine, that's why we have assigned the dollar values. when the individual objects are created and they are inherited all the properties and behaviors from the class, but each object will have different values for the properties. Fine. As we move on to the next upcoming sessions and all, next introductory sessions and all, we will deeply see about what this OOPS concept actually belong to. May I know a small question here, that how many of you have a knowledge regarding OOPS concept? Can anyone just tell me? Write in the chat box, please. How many of you has an knowledge regarding OOPS concept, classes and objects and all? How many of you? I have, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. I have. Okay. Only two guys. Remaining all. Uh, see something here. Please try to give response. Thank you so much. I also have, sir. I have, sir. Uma Devi. I have, sir. Dilshad, sir. You don't have any ideas regarding this? Then comes your null values. Now, what are these null values? Null is something, it's a special data type which can only have one value, that is null. Null means nothing. There's nothing in that particular thing. If a variable you have assigned, and if you have, like, if you have created a variable that is a $x, like you will, as an example here, what is this going to do? You have an here as $x equal to hello world, and you have written $x equal to null. So what is this going to be? Print out the value. It's a small task to you now, that what it is going to print now, whether it is going to print out the null or it is going to print out an object or string. It's a small task to you, not an issue. I'll just upload the ppts. You don't have some anything else required. A variable of a data type null is a variable that has no value assigned to it. If a variable is created without a value, it is automatically assigned a value of null. That means what? Even if you are not going to put these things now, it is going to show you as nothing only, because already we told in this yesterday's session, we have a discussion that we don't have to explicitly show that which variable shows which data type. It's any, whether it's an integer, float, string, it automatically generates. In the similar fashion, it will take those values. Now, what are these strings and all? We'll have till now. I'll just try to explain all the things that we have discussed from yesterday onwards. What is PHP? It's a server-side scripting language. Why it is a server-side? See, whatever the things I'm going to speak out, there may be points that not being present in the PPT. Fine. If you have any like questions and all, just try to note out these points, because these are all those things that are maybe helpful for your interview purposes also. Fine. What is PHP? PHP is a server-side scripting language. Why it is a server-side scripting language? Because we are not going to deal in PHP with your client side. Fine, client side is not dependent upon a particular server side and all. That's why it's a server-side scripting language. Can we use it in HTML? Yes, we can use it in HTML. What are some different databases we use? MySQL, Oracle, Microsoft SQL, and all. Can it's a like a parameter parabos? Yes, it's said, because it can run on Windows, Linux, Unix, and all those things. What are the major uses of PHP? You don't have to keep all these things in your mind. One, just try to keep three things in your mind, that PHP has the access to use cookies and session. Next point, PHP can restrict the data to the user by using get and post method, and it can encrypt the data, by which the clients or the even the servers will not able to see some kind of data, that are examples like password. Fine. Even if you have these 3 points in your mind, it's fine. Using cookies and session, that's the first point. Can restrict the data by using get and post. Can encrypt the data. These are the 3 important points. Fine. PHP has an extension of .php. PHP works on backend, while HTML, CSS, and JavaScript actually works on the front-end portion. This is a simple example of an hello world, that how actually hello world works. We'll see what is this echo working and all. This is the syntax of a particular PHP. You have to start with this syntax and have to end with this, and in between of that you have your PHP code goes here. Then this is the case sensitivity. We already discussed that only variable names are the case sensitive. Well, remaining keywords, functions, and all those things are not case sensitive. Case sensitive means what? That means you have to put your variables in a proper format. It should not be like in a capital plus small mixing of all those things, because these two things are actually different variables. Fine. Let's what see in an example. What is if echo is written as this and thus all these things are going to print out. But can it be is going to print out these things? No, it is not going to print out because all these three variables are different. Then PHP variable should start with a $sign. Okay, fine. That's we have discussed. PHP has no command for declaring a variable. Find that you have don't have like int $a, float $b, string $c, not just join a $a equal to 10, $b equal to 5.5, and it will take. You can't start any any variable with a number. Yes, you can. This is the wrong, as I already told you. Yes, you can start with an letter or some underscores and all. Then what are the comments? Those lines that are not going to be executed in any program. Only these are the points that are required to know what you have done in that particular program, what this line actually suggests. Because all the hardcore programmers uses these comments to know after like you have created a project today and after 15 days you are going to see that if you are not able to get those things that what you have done. So if you're simply keeping your comments and all, it will be helpful. If you use single line comment, use double slash and hash, and if you use double line comments, then you can have multiple line comments, you can have this slash and star. This is an example regarding that. These are the echoes and print functions. Just keep two major differences, that echo has no return value while print has a return value. While echo can take multiple parameters, while print can't take multiple parameters. What is this multiple parameters are? So this is called as the multiple parameters. Fine. That means you have printing in one line, you are printing different strings within a string. That's what multiple parameter is all about. Then this is an example. Yes, I am about to learn PHP. You can have this thing in your PHP, but you can't here write as a comma, then keeping again this thing like that. It is not going to work on. Fine. You don't have these enough release relaxation methods in printing and all. That's the reason why I always suggest to use and go through with echo methods. This is an example. We have seen different data types. One is string, integer, float, boolean, array, objects, null, and resource. What are the strings? A sequence of characters that contains multiple texts and all. You should always write those things in a single or double quotes. This is an example of a string with an one double quotation and one single quotation. Then integer is going to come. It's just a simple range. These are some basic rules. Bottom actually just defines you that which type of this variable particular belongs to. So this was an example. You have created a variable and I have assigned 5985. Then you have assigned var dump in $x that will create what is $x and all. Then this is a PHP float functionality. Again, the simple procedure. Boolean actually works on the conditional testing when you doesn't know that what if this happens and what if that happens. If you want to share those things, then you can have Boolean functionalities too. Arrays containing same data type, containing similar same data type with multiple values in one particular single variable. You can have this dollar cars, you can have array of this Volvo, BMW, and Toyota. Yes, one more big support of this dollars is that you can pass this Toyotas and all in number of types too. Then you have objects. It's an class and object concepts using here a concept of OOPS concept. Basically works when you have a class and a different objects to run. Then this is an example. You can go through this by this. The null value, it's something like it doesn't have, it's a special data type which can have only one value, that is your null value. Then your is an example of regarding null value. Then okay, fine. So we have completed till I guess the introductory part. We have covered each and every introductory part of data types. I'll just try to complete the strings today and we'll move on with the next topic from Monday onwards. So this is a string. What you have here, you have got a string here, and what it is, sequence of characters like hello world. This is your actual string. Now these are some different methods or functions we can say it actually works on a particular string. What are these? Str length, that is string length. It actually returns the length of that particular string. String word count, it actually count like what is this? I'll just try to give you an example here. String length means what? Return the length of the string. How many string lengths are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11 12. Fine. White space is also included. Fine. White space is also included. That means total 12 values are present in the string length. What if this is a string word count? Count words in a string. And on what basis it actually counts? It actually counts on that basis of white space. Like here you got hello world. That means a white, only one white space. That means there are two words. String reverse a string. Hello world is there, and when you are going to use this string reverse, it returns as DLROW space OLLEH. String position, search for a text within a string. When you have to find something present in that particular string, like from the string I want W, that we at which position W is all is at, then you can got, you have to pass here 0 1 2 3 4 5 and 6th. At 6th position we got W. One point you have to keep in mind, that the indexing actually works from 0, not from 1. Keep in your mind. Fine. Indexing in the string works from 0, not in the string in any way. Strings, anything, your indexing works from 0. String replace the text within a string. When you want to string, like if you have got an hello world here, fine, and you want to replace this world with Teja, then what is going? Just you have to simply write that particular syntax, and then you can get your answer. I'll just quickly tell you these examples and briefly. You can see here what we have done, written the string equals string length, and we have passed this thing. Fine, you can count this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Fine, you can count these things, you can get 12 values, that is showing you an output of 12. That's what string length actually works. Then string word count, it gives you an output of 2, hello and world, 2 words. Then string reverse, I already told you that hello world will written as DLROWOLLEH. Fine, this is what your output will come when you are using string reverse. String position, hello world, as I said, world, like okay, fine. What we have done, we want to find that where is the word actually situated in this particular line. So wherever this W will start, whenever the origin matches with the particular string, it will return you the particular index of that value. You can start here, the first character position in a string is 0 not 1. Fine, if it is a W here, if you are going to use O here, again it will go you the O starting index, it will show you here. Fine, that's what string position actually works out. It will just return you the value of that particular position. Then string replace. String replace, you can see here, replace text with a Purdy. Replace the text world with Dolly. I have taken the name as Dolly. Now what you have to learn, this is the syntax of that word. The word, first you have to write the word which you want to change, and then you have to substitute with the word. I want to change the word world, which with which word, Dolly, and in which string you have to pass that particular string. Simple. First you have to write the word that you want to change, that is your world. Then you have to write that by which you want to change, that is Dolly, and then in which you want to change. Fine. Keep these three simple steps. Which you want to change, then by which you want to change, and in which you want to change. Which you want to change, by which you want to change, and then lastly in which you want to change. That's it. Simply these which, by which, and lastly in which. This will be an easy. That's what string replace is all about. Then these are some other functionalities. That what are these all? Maths functions these are. That is what is pi function. Pi function means it actually returns a pi value of return 3.14. Then min and max. Simply what we have passed few values in a min variable and a simply value passing in a max variable. It will return minus 200 in min. It will simply return 150 in max. What is this absolute function? Absolute function returns the value of a number. You maybe an idea regarding mod functionality. That means even if the negative value is there, it will just convert it into a positive value by applying mod functionality. That's what an ABS absolute function actually works on. Returns the absolute value of a number that is positive. Then simply square root function. Then round functionality. In round you have passed 0.6, it will return 1. In round you pass 0.49, it will return 0. If the value is more than 0.5, it is returning 1. If the value is less than 0.5, it is going to return 0. Then it's the random numbers. This is the last thing, that is the random numbers. What is this random numbers? Generating random values in a particular values. If you are using PHP echo rand this thing, it just it will generate a random functions. But what if you want to specify some random numbers that too in a specific range? Like I want random numbers, but it should be between 10 to 100. Then you have to specify that particular range. Fine. This is a simple example. Fine. This is a random function that will generate random numbers. And if you want to have that range functionality, that means you want to specify the machine that you want these random numbers from 0 to 10, 10 to 100, 100 to 1 to 100, anything, then you have to specify a particular range. Fine. So what you have done here, we have seen string functionalities, that is length, it will return the length of a string. Word count will return the number of words. Reverse will reverse the string. Position will show the actual starting index of that particular word. Replace will replace that particular value in that particular string. Then we have seen some math function, that is pi, max, min, absolute functionality, square root functionality. Then we have seen random generation as well. Fine. The even lot of even more some things will be there. Yeah, one more thing is round functionality too. Fine. So tomorrow onwards we are going to start with the PSP constants. Not tomorrow, like Saturday and Sundays will be our holidays. We all know that thing. So from on on Monday we'll start with the PHP constants. Fine. So we have completed till 58th page number. So I am going to share with you this PPT. Now what you have to do, simply what you have to do, I am going to assign a task to you today itself, and the task is actually belongs to whatever the things you have learned in the past 2 days. Any function, any string, like we have seen some string functions, we have seen some math functions, we have seen some integers, we have seen some strings, we have seen some arrays. You have to implement any 10 things among them. That means you can have and just try to print an array, try to print a string, try to have some string functions, take any string, try to have some string functions on them, take some math functions on them, just apply those things. Fine. Are you able to understand what I am saying to you, the things what you have to do? Okay. Anita ma'am has, okay, not an issue. Remaining all, quickly, you understand what
Explain once again.
sorry sir,
Please explain once again.
which thing?
Which that you told na that you have to do 10 things.
Regarding task na.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Till now, we have studied something regarding string functionalities, some math functionalities, how to use an array, what is the use of that echo statements and print statements, how to we have used the variable method name as var dump as well. Fine, you have seen at least in those 58 pages, we have seen 15 to 20 functionalities. Now, simply among those 20 functionalities, simply you have to use any 10 functionalities by your own. Fine. Otherwise, what I'll do, I'll just provide you a string in that particular. Just simply try to have the 10 functionalities by your own. Fine. Any 10, you can have two string functionalities, any two math functionalities. Take an array, just try to print an array. Take a small take small integer and take float values, try to print its data type. Try to have the difference between echo and print. What is the difference between, like, what is this case sensitivity and all. Whatever the examples you are going to see in those first 58 pages, just try to use at least 10 examples from that. Fine. Is it clear to you now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So this was a simple task will be today. I'll assign you this task after 6 or 6:30 today. Fine. If you have no queries now, you can start leaving. Otherwise, if you have any queries, you can be there. Try to make sure that you should start joining the meeting with your PCs and all. Fine. From the next time, like on Monday onwards. Yes, from Monday onwards, try to be with your PCs or systems. Fine, it will be easy for me and you to explain. So we'll start implementing it here only. If any errors and occurs will come, we try to solve by here only. Fine. These were just a 2 days of introduction. That's why I have not taken forcefully with you and all those things. But yeah, make sure that from Monday onwards, be with your PCs and systems and all. Fine. Okay, fine. Now, if you have no queries, you can start leaving the meeting. Thank you so much.
You will upload that file in Google Classroom, na?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then we have to learn C from there and have to implement in our PC.
Yeah, you can take different Spring functionalities and all. Like there we have seen a Spring function of hello world.
Yes.
Try to take another Spring and try to implement those things.
Okay. Then I have to show you, or I have to practice it.
No, it's just for you have to just submit the task. Whatever the things you will do now,
Okay.
just sir, please. Okay. Whatever the things you will do in that particular task, just try to submit. Try to submit it in a Word file and then submit in the Google Classroom.
So we have to take the screenshot of output.
Yeah.
Oh, then I have to merge it in a Word file and then have to submit in Google Classroom.
Yeah. Even just a small one output, it's fine.
Okay.
Sir, it should be like, I should know whether you are having regarding the knowledge and all.
Can I make a video?
Yes, you can make a video, but you have to submit in the classroom only.
Okay. I can make a screen record video, then I will upload it. It will be good.
Okay, fine, not an issue.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Anyone, any queries? Yes, ma'am.
वो जो इसके बाद वाली जो क्लास है 4 से 5 वाली वो आप लोगे ना अभी?
हाँ.
ओके, ठीक है.
तो वो तो वैसे भी उसके लिए तो शायद दिव्यांशी मैम है.
या मैम, मैं बस साक्षी मैम का ऐड करके लिंक भेज के फिर चल जाऊंगी.
तो इसी मीटिंग में कंटिन्यू करना है उसको?
इसी में करना है?
मैं वही पूछ रहा हूँ, इसी में कंटिन्यू करना है कि फिर जो एक्चुअल लिंक था
नहीं, उसकी अलग लिंक है ना, तो उसी में करते हैं.
ठीक मैम. ओके. आपने अटेंडेंस ले ली ना?
नो सर, अटेंडेंस तो नहीं ली. मैं वो मैम को लिंक भेज रही थी.
ठीक, कोई ना, चलो ना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. ओके मैम, तो हम उस मीटिंग में स्टार्ट करते हैं. चलो.
ओके सर.
ओके बाय.